Hey guys, Ziz here. This is going to be a quick guide for Flameblast with some limited editing because I'm trying to push the ladder as much as I can right now, but I wanted to put a basic guide up there. Now, the skill tree I'm using for this build is completely interchangeable with Firestorm, and you can just change the gem, so that's a big advantage. It's very strong solo and with a support. Some of the disadvantages of being in a group though, like with multiple people that kill things, is you might not get the conflux from last hitting mobs all the time. I've had a lot of fun playing it so far, and I was very surprised how versatile it was. I figured I'd share with you guys and my particular take on the build. While leveling this, I first go up here and grab Elemental Overload, which I proc with Orb of Storms. And then you move up here and get Heart of Flame. After that, you can move into the Templar area, which gives you, if you're low on health, you can pick up mostly the health nodes. If you're low on damage, you can go for the damage nodes. Usually I left things like Explosive Impact till later on, and I picked up like sort of the main nodes. After that, I move over to the shadow area, pick up everything here and all the health nodes, and then I fill it out with like the jewel slots and stuff like that at the end. Bandits for this build is Oak, Alera, and then a skill point. The Ascendancies our pick is Shaper of Desolation. That's the first one, gives you conflux when you kill something. Second one is Paragon of Calamity, gives you big defense against Reflect. And I'll walk over the other things later. Third, I pick up Pendulum of Destruction. And fourth, I pick up Mastermind of Discord. And the reason I pick up, the reason I don't pick up Beginner Ruin is because the Elemental Prolife Gem is larger, even though both do actually get affected by Ink AoE, confirmed by Mark. I prefer getting more clear speed through the larger AoE. I don't pick up Legion Primordial because I'm not a big fan of golems and I think they're a bit of a hassle. Right, I'm now going to list some of the other gem setups that I use on this build. I have a cast when damage taken setup linked to Immortal Call, increased duration, and I have a Val Haste in there, so that also benefits from the increased duration. And I use a Orb of Storm setup with increased critical strikes and Ink AoE, and I have faster casting in the last link. And that's to proc Elemental Overload, gives you a huge boost in damage. And it also procs your Mastermind Discord, which gives you additional fire penetration. I use a Lightning Warp setup with faster casting, less duration, and rapid decay. Lets you travel very fast, and also procs your Mastermind of Discord for more fire penetration. Oh, it doesn't have a cooldown on it, unlike Flame Dash, and it's very good for traveling large distances in the labyrinths, and it makes you bypass traps very easy. Some of the other defenses I have is I use Arctic Armor. I have a Blasphemy Enfeebles support as well. You could get a +1 Stone of Lazwar, +1 Curse, and you could run Temp Chains instead of Arctic Armor. Should be very nice defensively. I also run a Rallying Cry for mana problems and a Lightning Golem, which I fail to keep up most of the time. Flameblast is linked with Controlled Destruction, faster casting, Ink AoE, Fire Pen, and Elemental Prolif. For bosses that don't have mobs on them, I swap out the Chance to Ignite gem with Prolif. The fifth gem is Controlled Destruction, and the sixth gem is Faster Casting. Now, I'm now going to go over the defenses of this build and why I chose them. This patch, Spellblock got a huge buff, and in the Wasteland video playing in the background, you can see one of the most dangerous mobs in the game right now, which is the Skeleton Sparkers from Chamber of Sins. At one point, I don't use my roomies, and you can see that I almost die instantly. However, for the rest of the map, I take barely any damage because I have 67% block and 75% spell block. This makes the build very strong against bears, reflect, and volatiles. I'm now going to walk over the gear as well, and the chest piece, Cloak of Flames, is best in slot for this build. It gives you great physical mitigation, and because of Paragon of Calamity, it gives you 40% increased damage whenever you take damage, because all damage you take, like all fist damage, gets converted to fire damage. This also increases your mitigation because of the reduced damage, so it makes Cloak of Flames better, so it's very great synergy here. On the Flame Blaster that died at rank 1, I was also using rare helmet, boots, and gloves, but on the new character I'll be using Edziri's Step, which gives you spell dodge. It's going to be harder to fit though. I also use, as a very important enchant for the build, I use Damage Leech's Life as Mana when killed recently. And I still use a mana potion, but this means you have virtually no mana problems, even in less region maps. 80% is a bit of an issue though, but no region is easy. For the shield, I use a Wrathpith Globe. It gives you a health, spellblock, and a nice chunk of ES. And if you combine this with a Stone of Lasbar and a Rumies, you have 64% block and 75% spellblock. You can get more by getting percentage block on your last war. I'd recommend getting either percentage block, +1 curse, or fire leech. On your belt, you really want to get dual rest and then a flask effect, so either increased duration or reduced charges. Rings, you want to get pretty high health ones. For a scepter, it's pretty easy to get. You can get something easy like this, very easy to craft. You can just ult till you get cast speed, try to aug either spell damage or flat added to spells, and then regal, hope for something, and you can craft something. A pretty good scepter as well that you can buy is Doriani's scepter, but obviously that's getting quite pricier. That's what I'm using on my new character. Class wise, you really do want a Quicksilver because it helps, it makes lightning warp faster. Use a Rumies as I mentioned, a Basalt, a mana potion with preferably increased recovery speed, and I always use an instant with remove freeze. I'm sorry that this video will be slightly low edited, but I don't have a lot of time at the moment. I hope this helps a lot of people. You can let me know on my stream if you have any additional questions. I'm sure I missed something, but I hope this helps. Thank you, and let's push the ladder.